Dear representatives of communities, the government officials, Mr. President António, I'm very grateful that you're here with us today. I'm grateful for this visit. I thank you for your support. And also, I know that today we have Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sweden here with us today. Thank you. Greetings. The involvement and the participation of our partners in such an event in the work of the Congress clearly demonstrates how interwoven are the things, the national policy of Ukraine as well as our relations with the European Union. Ukraine is de facto integrating into the European Union. We're working hard in order to initiate the cluster talks. We reach certain results. We are doing that together with the European Union. All of our cooperation programs are working. Primarily the defense programs, the energy programs, the programs related to budget resilience that are so important to support our people. I truly appreciate the level of support and coordination between the communities and the cities. And the European institutions are also working with the communities. We're extremely grateful for such a support. This is one of the ways of supporting the regional development in Ukraine. We thank you for all this. We're currently in Zakarpattia region. This is one of the important regions, one of the regions that is generating the economic capabilities for Ukraine. We have relocated some of the industry, some of the companies here, and today we are staying together. We have visited some of these companies together with the President Costa and the example of Zakarpattia, just as other regions are currently developing the economic strength, the social strengths of our country, and this is the example of the strengths of the Ukrainian people. We are grateful to all the representatives staying with us here offline and joining us online. I thank to all the communities generating the economic power and capacity for Ukraine. I would like to ask the government of Ukraine to support the program of assisting our communities, to support the program Made in Ukraine, the Ukrainian industrial parks, Ukrainian employment opportunities, the program for the energy modernization, the alternative energy sources in communities, all the formats of facilitating network access and credit. We expect the proposal on ensuring the wartime risks for the communities, and we're expecting the report by the Prime Minister Yulia Sverdenko on this program of insurance. We are grateful to every community that is supporting our capacity to defend ourselves. And my special thanks goes to the communities located close to the front line, and my most sincere gratitude to all those people living in the communities close to the front line who are performing their duty on a daily basis, who are serving the country, who are providing employment opportunities, who are working at those companies and making sure that our country would continue living. I would like to extend words of gratitude, and I would like to support you. Thank you. It is truly important for us to continue the assistance to our warriors from the communities, at least 15% of the income of the communities, which is very realistic. I would like to thank all of our friends in Europe, in other parts of the world, who are visiting Ukraine, visiting our regions, and who can see with their own eyes what Russia is doing and how important it is to preserve the assistance and support to Ukraine at the relevant level. And that ensures one of the elements of pressure against Russia. The other element of pressure are sanctions against Russia. We are working on both of those elements together. We are grateful for the sanctions pressure exerted by the European Union upon Russia. We thank for the union between the Europe and the United States for the allied actions on pressing upon Russia. We ask the communities, every leader of every community to be active in that direction at its own level, to be active with sanctions, to maintain contacts with other partners, to maintain contacts in between of the communities of Ukraine and EU. Please promote and facilitate the need of continued support. And everyone can see that Russia is not stopping the attacks, and that the consequences of those attacks are grave, primarily for cities and villages, for the civilians. And Europe is built in such a way that the voices of the communities are very important. So it's important that these communities are active. So please make sure that you fulfill all the commitments you have with your partners. And this is primarily the task for the diplomatic team of Ukraine. We have a lot of coalitions with the partners. We have defense coalitions. We have coalitions supporting the defense of lives, the coalition of shelters, for example. All of that has to be very effective. If we announce the presence of coalition, that the people should be aware what Ukraine has done in the frames of this coalition. Many countries and communities are ready to support and assist us. We need to direct that. And a perfect example is the money to provide food supply for our school children. And this program should be available at all the Ukrainian schools for all the Ukrainian school children. We've mentioned this together in our conversations with our colleagues. We have raised this topic with António, and yesterday I was talking to Ursula von der Leyen, and we hope to support this program of meals for our school children. But I would like to have more leadership on the part of government officials, our ministries. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Foreign Affairs should be supporting as well to make sure that we implement programs like we're talking about the assistance to children, not only in food, but also making sure we have school buses, making sure we have shelters, bomb shelters for our children. Of course, I have to underline the rate of construction of bomb shelters in our schools, those who need that. I would like to thank the communities and every region for their successes. There are successes for Kharkiv region, for Zaporizhia region, for Kherson region. Once again, I would like to extend words of gratitude to all of you who's doing some concrete things for the integration of veterans into the economic and social life. This is a strategic job. Every veteran space, every veteran's business, creating employment opportunities for the veterans should remain a priority for all the communities. There has to be positive competition between the communities and creating possibilities like that, so that in the end of the year we would be able to define those communities who are exemplary in implementation, the veterans policy, the policy of heroes. I would like to ask the Cabinet of Ministers to coordinate this work, and within a month I would like to see an integrated platform with all the capacities for the veterans, both at the central level in cooperation with the state and in communities. The services for the veterans, documents, educational opportunities, employment opportunities, all of that should be united, all of that should be working for the sake of our society and for the development of Ukrainian communities. I thank all of you for your work, for the service to the country. Glory to Ukraine. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the moderator of the event is the Deputy Head of the Office of the President of Ukraine, the Executive President of the Congress, Viktor Mikita. Thank you, Mr. President. Now I'd like to pass the floor to the President of the European Council, António Costa. Your Excellency, please, you can have the floor.
Dear President, dear Volodymyr, dear Julia, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to join the Congress of Regional and Local Authorities on the invitation of President Zelensky. This is my third visit to Ukraine in less than a year, but it's my first visit in the western Ukraine and in this very beautiful Transcarpathian region. Ukrainian local and regional communities have shown incredible resilience and have inspired Europe in many ways. Despite Russia's unprovoked and brutal war, you have continued to provide essential services and keep your people safe. Your determination and creativity show the best of democracy and the European way of life. Your strength is crucial for Ukraine's future. To all Ukrainians, from Zakarpattia to Donbass, from Sumy to Odessa, my message is clear. We are your closest friends and partners, and we can count on our support. Russia's war caused enormous suffering, continues to cause enormous suffering, destroying cities, displacing families, and damaging Ukraine's natural beauty. We are ready to do more, including through more sanctions and economic measures to pressure Russia to stop this war. Any peace settlement must ensure Russia can no longer threaten Ukraine, Europe, or its neighbors. Together with partners, we are committed to providing strong security guarantees to help prevent future attacks. As you know, yesterday in Paris, the coalition of willing endorsed politically the plans made by our military teams to ensure strong and effective security guarantees for peace in Ukraine. And 26 different nations are fully committed to participate in these security guarantees with boots on the ground, in air defense and the defense of the sea. This is a clear commitment for our common future. And Ukraine's future is in the European Union, a project of peace and prosperity. And local authorities play an important role in this process. Decentralization is a key pillar of European democracy. The multi-level government is essential to have an efficient, transparent, and more closer to the citizens' administration. Decentralization reform that is giving more power to local level is vital for moving closer to the European Union. I encourage you to continue to strengthen local decision-making and build capacity at regional level. As a former mayor of my city, Lisbon, I can reassure you much of the European Union's laws and policies are carried out by local authorities. Ukraine's European Union future therefore depends on active, engaged and empowered local authorities. The European Union will continue to support this through our flagship EU-led programme for decentralisation. And we can never forget that an essential element of our prosperity is based on regional policy. And together, we will build a brighter future, a prosperous and resilient Ukraine. You can count on us. We are stand firmly with Ukraine today and always. Now in war, in the future in peace, and most important, not most important, so important, as a full membership of the European Union. Thank you very much for your work.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. According to your instruction, together with the team of the government, we will be working on the decisions for the communities according to our agenda. So thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to the President of the European Council for opening of this meeting.